Americans are longing to travel again, and resorts are doing all they can to make it safe for you to come back. The owner of Love Land and Sea Travel, Beth Dubstat, has seen that firsthand, and she is with us this morning. Beth, so good to see you. Good morning.
Good to see you. Thanks.
So you've been getting around to some all-inclusive resorts this spring. Before we look at the specific resorts and places, just give me an idea of what travel is like right now. Is it busy? Are people following guidelines to keep COVID-19 from spreading?
Yes, I think people are definitely ready to travel again, and it's been extremely busy. A lot of people are kind of shifting or waiting until towards the end of the summer instead of the beginning, but people are definitely ready.
Yeah, I think some people might wait to make sure their trips don't get canceled and things like that. But you have some top picks this morning for summer based on the ease of travel, the time to get there, and you've been to all these places. Let's start with Mexico.
Yeah, so one of the reasons that I have this list today is these destinations are part of our charter market in Cincinnati. So these are options that have the nonstop flights. And with Mexico, there are so many options for all-inclusive resorts that it makes them really competitive. And this is the Caribbean side of Mexico, so Cancun, Riviera Maya, but also the Pacific coast, so Los Cabos. We do have a nonstop to Cabo now over the summer.
Okay, and then I know that Punta Cana in the Dominican Republic is another place that's fairly easy to get to from Cincinnati.
Yes, again, we do have nonstop flights to Punta Cana over the summer. It's just 4 hours, and as far as traveling safely with COVID, a lot of people do suggest that if you can do a nonstop flight and not have any extra time at the airport, that's going to be a really good idea for safe travel.
Okay. Now, before we get to the next one, tell me what the resorts are doing to make sure you feel comfortable being there and being around other people while you're at the resort.
Sure. So I was able to go to several resorts over the last couple of months and see their COVID protocols. They're all doing, hand sanitizer all over the resort. When you first come in, they're doing temperature checks. They are making sure that there's no standard buffets like they used to have. There's always someone that's going to be serving you. And then all of the employees are wearing masks, and a lot of them wear masks and shields as well.
Okay. And your last stop on our little trip today is Jamaica.
Yes. So unfortunately, we don't have a nonstop flight to Jamaica this summer out of Cincinnati, but it is still one of the top destinations for all-inclusive resorts. And it's, somewhat easy to get there. You just would have one layover. And once you're on the island, they are taking the COVID protocols very seriously. You do need a negative test before going to Jamaica. And then you also have the one coming home. And that would be with any destination. You do still have to have that negative test before you come back to the United States.
Okay, so if you go out of the country to get back into the United States, you've got to have a negative COVID test. Are all the resorts giving the tests?
Most of them are. They're including it for free in most cases, and they're setting it up just right on site. So you just schedule an appointment and you go in 3 days before your return flight, take your test, and then they just bring the results to you to your room, and it's super easy.
You said you have to have a negative test to go to Jamaica. What about Mexico and Dominican Republic?
As of right now, you don't have to have a negative test to go there. You fill out a medical questionnaire, and then again, they are doing temperature checks, and they do have the option to randomly test at the airport, or if anyone is showing symptoms, they may do a rapid test there. But it's not required, to upload anything before travel like you would for Jamaica.
Okay, good deal. Beth is so helpful. She's helped me book several trips, so go see her at Love Land.